Some of you have been asking to show you what a losing day looks like for me, and that day is finally here. Unfortunately, I didn't even realize that I've only had one losing day so far this year prior to today, and that was only a $260 loss. So, not saying all the winning days were big winners. I mean, I've had a couple of break evenish days, but overall, just one negative day on the year so far. So that's why today I felt like it was my first true losing day of the year. And as you can see, I'm down about 1400 on my toss account, and I'm up about 230 on my E-Trade account. So I'm down around 1200 on the day. I risk $500 per trade, so I'm down about 2.5 risk units, which isn't the end of the world, but just wasn't happy with how I traded today. So as you can see, I just tried a bunch of shit today, and pretty much nothing worked for me. So my biggest loser was this BHG, which was actually my biggest winner yesterday, which made about, I think, 2,500 bucks or so. So I kind of tried scalping it again today in the morning and just throughout the day, and it got me. It wasn't the same level 2 it had yesterday, a lot of flip flopping, and I just ended up taking a bunch of paper cuts that added up to this $500 loss. Then the second biggest loser was this AKTS, which I actually tried twice. First as a scalp, which it didn't work. It had some spread and took some slippage on it and ended up losing about half an hour initially. And then the second time, I actually did it as a chart pattern, which I called in the room as a 5-minute breakout right here. Now, we got a nice big pop to ignite the move. And I was also actually undersized because it didn't fill my entire order on the pop. And it was still up over like 400 bucks right out of the gate. So I was thinking about taking some just because, it popped into some resistance, if you can see on the daily here. And I felt like it could have pushed through it. And my position being undersized, I decided to let it play out. And it ended up being the wrong move because, it ended up being a breakout failure. So I raised my stop to the igniting bars low, which it trailed me out for another half an hour loss. And then the rest of these were also just scalps, except for the space, the SPCE. This one was a climactic run up right here, and I tried short off of this climactic run up. Had a pretty nice setup. Sammy also called it in the room, and it shook us out off the 5 right about here before continuing lower. And I don't think, it didn't really end up getting the drop we were looking for anyways, and actually ended up making new highs on the day. So the rest were just scalps. I definitely felt like I overtraded today, especially since nothing was following through. And on top of that, I wasn't really executing my trades very well. I was getting in a penny late, getting out a penny late a lot of the times. So coming off a good day yesterday, today's market environment was just complete opposite and should have probably sat on my hands more. Now, Sammy had an amazing call on this LRMR, which probably would have completely fixed my day if I was able to catch it. It was a huge gap down today, and he played it as a breakout to fade it and just had an amazing pop. But unfortunately, wasn't able to catch it, and I just started off red on the day and just couldn't recover really, going into the afternoon session, and nothing ever got going for me. So this is what a bad losing day looks like for me. It's not as exciting as my winning days because I try to keep my losses to the minimal. So you'll never see my losses get out of whack. And given that I feel like nothing worked for me, I'm kind of glad I'm only down 1200 on the day, but still no supersizing my meals today. But at this point in my career, these losses are like an itch to me. I feel it in the moment, and after a quick scratch, I forget about it and move on. So I'm going to make the necessary adjustments going into tomorrow. Every day is a new day, so excited to see what tomorrow will bring. Just wanted to show you quickly what a bad day looks like for me. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like the video. And as always, I appreciate you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.
all my mistakes, I know them well, captured in pictures every time.